Hi boys and girls, it's Marci Chavalas and it's story time. Today's story is from the Little People Big Dreams series and it's about Malala Yousafzai. It's written by Maria Sanchez Vergara and it's going to be a wonderful story today. I'm so excited to learn about Malala. I don't know very much about her and this is a great way to learn by reading a book. Let's turn the book over to see if we can get a clue about what we might be reading about. When Malala was born in Mingora, Pakistan, her father was determined that she would have every opportunity that a boy would have. Malala loved getting an education, but when a hateful regime came to power, girls were no longer allowed to go to school. Malala spoke out, which made her a target for violence. Malala resolved to become an activist for girls' education. This story of the education advocate and Nobel Peace Prize laureate features a fact and photo section at the back. Well, I know you're going to have a great time learning about Malala Yousafzai, and so will I. Are you ready? All right, let's grow. In the beautiful Swat Valley in Pakistan lived a Muslim girl called Malala. Her home was humble, and so was the school for girls her father ran. Malala couldn't wait to grow up, attend class, and discover all her talents. That's exciting. I loved going to school. How about you? Even though education is every human's right, her mother never had the chance to learn how to read and write. Still, Malala hoped her life would be different. She wanted to prove to everyone that girls can have big dreams too. That's right, boys and girls. Boys and girls can have big dreams. We all have been created with the ability to do wonderful things. But Malala's dream became a nightmare when a violent group called the Taliban took control of her valley. They banned most of the things she liked, from listening to music to taking photographs and even flying kites. Oh no, boys and girls, does this sound like a fun place to live now? Absolutely not. She was not free to do the things that she wanted to do. That's why her face looks sad. The Taliban believed that instead of going to school, girls should get married, cover their bodies from head to toe, and never leave the house without their husbands or brothers. It was like being in prison for doing nothing wrong. That doesn't sound very fair. In just a heartbeat, the Taliban destroyed hundreds of all-girls schools and made parents scared to send their daughters to class. Malala and the rest of the students wondered what they could do to stop the madness. Oh, that's very scary, boys and girls. That is not acceptable. Maybe the Taliban had bombs and guns, but Malala and her friends had books and pens to fight back with. They decided to raise their voices and speak up about how important it was for their future to attend school. Absolutely, everyone should have the right to get an education. They shared their story on local television, and soon Malala was asked to write a diary about her life under Taliban rule for the BBC. She used the name of her heroine from one of her favorite Pashtun tales, Gul Makai. But for the Taliban, there was nothing scarier than a girl willing to speak up. One day, Malala and two of her friends were shot on their way back home from school. Malala was very badly injured. The whole world cried for her. Violence is never the option, boys and girls. Malala is trying to change things in a peaceful way, and people who are making very bad decisions are using violence to control, and that is just wrong. When Malala woke up, she couldn't recognize her room. She had been taken to a hospital in England far away from home, but children all over the world had written get well wishes. There was a pile of letters waiting to be read. Oh, many people care about her and hear her voice. Malala did not just get better, but stronger and louder. She knew her story was the story of millions of other girls, too. With her father's help, she created a foundation to improve their lives and their education. That's wonderful. She used her voice to make a difference for girls everywhere and to raise awareness. 2 years later, she became the youngest person ever to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. What an honor. Malala brought with her some brave friends from Pakistan, Nigeria, and Syria who deserve the same recognition. Wow, there's girls from all over the world who are standing up for what's right. From the White House to refugee camps, Malala traveled the world speaking up about every child's right to go to school. But as soon as she was settled in her new home in England, it was time for her to attend class. Yeah, sometimes we don't think about what a blessing it is to be able to go to school. But there's people all around the world, boys and girls, that don't have the opportunity to go to school. And so it is such a wonderful thing to remember that it is a great treasure to be able to learn and grow and have an education at school. One day she received her degree from the University of Oxford. The day she received her degree from the University of Oxford was one of her happiest. Still, the next morning, she woke up ready to fight for all the little Malalas in the world and their right to dream as big as they want. And she will keep doing so. Wow, boys and girls, what an awesome story. Well, how this is very inspiring. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Malala Yousafzai and that you enjoyed this book. If you did, go ahead and click the like button. And if you want to hear more stories, go ahead and click the subscribe button right now so that you can hear the newest stories that I read. All right, well, I'll talk to you soon. We'll see you soon, boys and girls. Goodbye.